السلام عليكم.
Hold on. It's me, not you. What's going on?
What's going on in here?
No, it's me. It's my segment.
They told me I'm gonna sing first.
What? No, you're not gonna sing.
That's what they told me.
No.
Okay.
Salam alaikum. I cannot hear you. Salam alaikum. Who's gonna sing right now? Where's the MC? Where are the people? MAS-ICNA, where are you? Let me hear you.
Okay. Looks like I'll be here and I'll see if my people will do a better job or yours. Can you hear me here?
Let's see.
There you go.
Hold on. Can you hear me here? Let's do that, guys. Bismillah. Okay. We're gonna do a game. You're my team. Red. Are you ready?
My team green, are you ready?
Uh-oh. We'll see. Okay. Okay, I want you to repeat after me. My team, not you. Not green. Red.
Let me see my team.
You have to control your tune, please. Inshallah.
My team are ready.
Allah. MashaAllah.
Awesome.
MashaAllah. Give yourself a round of applause.
Let's do it together right now.
Bismillah. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا. Your phones, flash, come on. Your lights. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. ما شاء الله. مولاي together. ما شاء الله.
Awesome, ما شاء الله.
على حبيب. One more time. مولاي صل وسلم. It's here. على حبيب خير الخلق كلهم. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ما شاء الله. Here we go. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ibrahim Dardasawi.
Muhammad Abbas. We're so happy to be here tonight with you.
Very happy to be at MAS Convention 22. And let's sing now together with the track. Bismillah. Wanted to see the lights again, please. Be with us.
قد خلقت كما تشاء، كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء. قمر قمر together قمر وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل. وكف المصطفى كالورد ينادي، وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي. وكف المصطفى كالورد ينادي، وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي. الله الله. وعم نوالها كل العباد، وعم نوالها كل العباد، وعم نوالها كل العباد. حبيب الله يا خير البرايا، قمر سيدنا النبي، قمر وجميل 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 سيدنا. Let's hear together, hear from you. قمر 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 سيدنا النبي، قمر وكف المصطفى كالورد نادي، وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي. وكف المصطفى كالورد نادي، وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي. وعم نوالها كل العباد، كل العباد، وعم نوالها كل العباد. حبيب الله يا خير البرايا، قمر قمر سيدنا النبي، قمر وجميل 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 صلي Let's hear it together على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي صل عليه يا ربي صل يا ربي صل عليه صلوات الله عليه محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين صلوا عليه والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأهوال مقتحم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا يا ربي صل عليه يا ربي صل عليه صلاة الله عليه صل وسلم دائما على حبيبك إن شاء الله فهو الذي تم معناه وصورته ثم اصطفاه حبيبا بارئ النسم يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق together مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على يا ربي صل عليه يا ربي صل عليه صلوات الله عليه شكرا السلام عليكم
And now, it is our great honor and privilege to introduce our next performer. You've seen him on Fox News. You've seen him on BET. He is the founder of Allah Made Me Funny, no pun intended. Toured all over the world with Dave Chappelle, the OG of Muslim comedy, the living legend, for the first time on the MASICNA stage in Chicago. Give it up for Preacher MAS!
All right, everybody, let's get this thing started. Okay, first of all, I love you, but that was weak. That was weak. So I'm gonna give you guys another chance, because this is the way it goes. My name is Preacher MAS. I'm a comedian. I already know I'm funny. The pressure is on you to have a good time. You guys ready to have a good time? Good, I'm gonna give you another shot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce myself, and when I come out, y'all gonna lose it. You got it? I'm gonna go over here. Pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, he hails from Washington, D.C., one of the original founders of Allah Made Me Funny. He's toured all over the world. He's been with Saturday Night Live writers. He's here tonight to make you laugh. Put your hands together, Ummah, for Preacher MAS. That's what I like. You know what? That's beautiful. You know why? Because, see, I don't want to talk about people, but y'all are like cool Muslims. Y'all know whenever we get together to have fun, there's always one Muslim that shows up not to have a good time. What, we got 15,000 people in here tonight? It's always one Muslim in the front just like he can't have a good time. He's just like this. I did a show like this one time. 2,000 Muslims in the audience, 1,999 laughing, one brother in the front. He acted like that for 45 minutes. he acted like if I made him laugh, he was gonna break his wudu. I finally got the man to laugh after 45 minutes. I realized he probably haven't laughed in 30 years. This is the noise he made for laughter. I was like, oh my God, that is disgusting. So I know we have a lot of sheikhs here in the audience. I'm gonna tell y'all, I wasn't Muslim all my life. I struggle, I try and be a good Muslim. But I'm at the age, brothers and sisters, I'm at the age where I started making up my own hadith. Yeah, I got this one hadith. I know it's not right, but all my hadiths aren't positive. I got this one hadith, I make it every day, and that's for Donald Trump to go to jail. Wait, I don't want him to go to jail. I want him to be in jail so long that when he comes out, he's a black Muslim. But I don't want to be negative. I'm going to tell you guys something. I know you might not like it, but Donald Trump, in his own way, made me a better Muslim. He did. I'm going to be honest with you. In the past, when I would get upset, I would use a little foul language. But after Trump was in office, I no longer use any more curse words. In fact, I replaced all my curse words with the word Trump. That's right. I lost my keys. I was like, oh, Trump. I hit my foot on the bed. Bam. I was like, Trump. I lost $100. I was like, Eric. That's the son of a Trump. Some of y'all are laughing, but let me tell y'all, some of you better start laughing right now, because I don't care. I'll stop this, and I'll start fundraising again. Look at y'all. That black man's funny. Nah, give it up for the fundraiser. Give it up for him. That's a hard job. And he was nice. We've all been to that one fundraiser. It started out a fundraiser, and it wound up a hostage situation. Little kids crying, please, Daddy, give him some money so we could leave. It was at one fundraiser. We were in Cleveland, Ohio. Tough part of Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, settle down. Guy walked up in front of the audience. We said, be careful, be nice. The people are struggling. He didn't even listen. He walked up in front of the people. The first words out of his mouth were, to begin the fundraising, I'd like to see someone give me $50,000. Somebody yelled out from the back, me too. My favorite fundraiser was a couple years ago. And I'm going to tell you why it was my favorite, because it was different. The reason it's different, they had two fundraisers. Two. The first guy came up, he was about this tall. When he got behind the podium, we couldn't even see him. He started talking, I thought it was my conscience talking to me. He's like, Salam alaikum, salam alaikum. I was like, where's that voice coming from? Now the second fundraiser, oh, he was a gangster. He was from Saudi Arabia. He had been in the country like 15 minutes. I don't know what version of Rosetta Stone he had gotten, but it was not working that night. All I know was he was confident, and I'm gonna tell you something. His English was horrible, I didn't care. I love this guy, you know why? Because he was confident. Muslims, be confident. I knew he was a bad man, because the first thing he did when he stepped on stage was he stroked his beard for like 15 minutes. Like he was counting money, 5, 10, 15, 20. But when he grabbed the mic, it was magic. He looked out in the audience like this, and he started. Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. Why do Muslim men get a microphone and go, listen to me? That's the function of the microphone. He was like, okay. Listen to me. This is fundraiser. You have the money. We need the money. You're going to give it to me. I was like, oh my gosh. Then he kept going. He's like, we're going to build a school. It's going to be a Muslim school. It's going to have Muslim children in it, Muslim teachers in it, Muslim desk in it, Muslim paper in it, with some pencils in it, with some janitor in it, and 3 black children. Alhamdulillah. But I see in the audience a lot of young sisters, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Brothers, take care of these young sisters. My daughter's 15 years old. I think she tried to kill me last month. I think she tried. What happened was, we were in the car driving. I got pulled over by the police, and I tell her, hey, relax, let daddy handle this situation. Make sure you got the seatbelt on. I got this. This is adults talking. She's like, okay, daddy. Cop came up, tapped on the window. He says, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, because I'm a good-looking black man in Texas. He said, no, sir. And I never heard this before my whole life. He said, sir, the reason I pulled you over, wait for it. He said, the reason I pulled you over is because you were speeding. I said, no, I wasn't speeding. And he goes, no. I meant, sir, you were texting and driving. I was like, what? He goes, you were texting and driving. I never heard that before. Argument breaks out. He's like, no, you. I was like, no, I wasn't. He's like, yes, you were. No, you wasn't. Yes, you were. My daughter, alhamdulillah, she jumped in the middle of the argument. She said, Mr. Officer, you are wrong. I was like, go ahead, girl. She said, my daddy was not texting and driving. I was like, tell this man. She goes, he was reading his emails. I said, girl, you're just like your mama. And I'm gonna tell all the Muslims here, please be original. I'm tired of Muslims not being original. Stop following everybody else, be original. I'm in the hotel sitting around just wasting time. I realized, flipping through the channels, you may notice, that in America we have a lot of court TV shows. Have you seen this? A lot of court TV shows, Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis, People's Court, Animal Court, Divorce Court. I was like, oh Allah, please don't give Muslims a court TV show. You know what they're gonna call it? Sharia court. And I am 100% against Sharia court unless they let me be the judge. Because if I'm the judge of Sharia court, it's only gonna last 1 episode. You know why? Because whoever comes into my courtroom, I don't care what you did, you're getting 25 years in prison. Court's in session with Judge Preacher Moss, first case. Your Honor, I got caught drinking, 25 years. What about you? Your Honor, I misfired you, 25 years. What about you? Your Honor, you don't remember me? Who are you? I'm the man that introduced you to your wife, death. Some of you brothers wanted to laugh, but your wife was right there. You're like, She was like, laugh, see what happens. But like I said, I wasn't always Muslim. I'm gonna give you guys a great story of why you should really, really appreciate this religion. Before I was Muslim, believe it or not, we wanted to be Muslim so bad, we didn't even know that you actually took Shahada. In fact, we were fake Muslims for like 3 weeks. And it's easy to be a fake Muslim. You know why? Because of the language. We only had to know 3 phrases. Here are my 3 phrases to be a fake Muslim. My first one was, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam, and I used to say them together. I used to run around people, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. They were like, that's my part. Shut up, I'm new. My second term was kayfaholic. My mom was like, baby, I need to talk to you. I said, kayfaholic, mama. She said, I care for alcoholics too, baby. Now, the third word that got me in trouble is the word deen, spelled D-E-E-N. Now, you guys know what deen means, but to my poor mom, she actually thought it was a real person. I'm sitting at home, I take my shahada early. I'm afraid to tell my mom I'm Muslim, so what I decided to do was leave clues. Problem is, I left bad clues. Here are the clues I left my mom: I was Muslim. Pay attention. Stop drinking. Stopped chasing women, and I started hanging out with a lot of dudes. She didn't think I was Muslim. She thought I was confused. I'm trying to tell her I'm Muslim. She thinks it's a whole nother conversation. I said, Mama, I need to talk to you. She's like, You sure do need to talk to Mama. I said, I've been going through changes. She goes, not too many changes. I said, no, Mom, I'm trying to get my life straight. She's like, straight is good, straight is good. I get upset. I start yelling, Mom, I don't care what you think. This is my life. She's like, what's wrong? I said, you can't change it. She's like, what? I'm like, this is what I want to do. She's like, what are you trying to tell me? I go, Mama. She goes, what? I go, Mama. She goes, what? I go, Mama, I got Dean in my life. She was like, who is Dean? Don't you bring Dean around here. I will kill you in Dean. Then the fun part, man, is learning the religion. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you something. When you become Muslim, everybody wants to give you information. I'm at the masjid one day, trying to learn how to pray. I can't even do it. Some brother just walks up to me. I'm trying to pray, hits me on my leg like that. And I'm like, what's your problem? He goes, shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot. I'm like, what? He goes, shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot. I was like, don't hit me again. And I understand the shoulder to shoulder, foot to foot. But let's be honest. After that first rakat, that line is not straight. I went down for the first rakat. I came up. I was leading the prayer. I went down again. I came up. I was back home. So, no, thank you. Thank you. And I want to give love for people in the masjid that you may not normally give love to. Like every Friday, there's a brother, you know, when you go to masjid, you're trying to go there for Jumu'ah, focus, you listen to the khutbah, you were dialed in, and out of nowhere, from the back of the masjid, a brother comes up to the front of the masjid to tell everybody to move up. And then he just leaves. He doesn't even pray. I don't even think he's Muslim. He's been doing it for 30 years. He just comes in, tells the Muslims to move up, and then he goes back to his job at the airport. I don't want to stay too long because I know, even though this is MASCON, I know we got the haram police here. They follow him wherever I go. I can say a joke right now. They run out of the lobby, call Haram Police headquarters in Chicago. Bring, hello? Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. What's going on? It's Preacher Moss. What's he doing? He's making Muslims laugh on purpose. Oh no, we'll be right over. And they get in their Haram police cars, going through the streets of Chicago, and you can hear their sirens from 3 blocks away because they sound like this. Ooh, astaghfirullah. They try to arrest me. I take off running. They start shooting. The guns sound like this. Bidda, 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 bidda. I was hanging out with this one brother. I thought he was Muslim. You know why? Because he had a nice beard. Turned out he had taken his shahada 4 weeks before me. And we're walking downtown, and this is how I know it might be a problem. Walking downtown, the adhan went off. I said, Abdullah, that's the adhan. He said, is that what that is? I said, yeah. I said, you want to pray? He said, why not? Hadn't seen him pray the whole time. Walked to the masjid, the people saw that beard and they lost it, like, please, Sheikh, lead the prayer, lead the prayer. I was like, dude, you can't pray? He's like, shut up, preach. Stop hating. These people love me. They just make me a sheikh. All I want to say, brothers and sisters, that I was a part of the longest Asr prayer in the history of Islam. He was just sitting in the front like this. He didn't even salam out. He just turned around and said, y'all good? That's my time, everybody. You ready to get this show started? I can't hear you. You ready to get it started? All right. Your next act is also my co-host for the evening. She's traveled all over the world. She is a program manager for mental health for youth. She's a spoken word artist. She's gonna rock your world. I need a little bit of quiet in the back so you can hear her speak, because when she speaks, it is one of the most beautiful things you're gonna hear. Put your hands together, everybody, for Sister Amal Kassir.
The first poem of the night is called Assalamu alaikum. Tonight, I ask that angels visit you in this greeting. A divine appointment of God's salams here at MAS-ICNA 2022's meeting. Let's invite Allah's light into the brushing of our shoulders. Let us set our intentions right. Let's make this ummah's nur grow bolder. When I cast you a salam, wrap it in rahmah and send it back. A peace be upon you, it is better than a shirt from off a back. A salam from a Muslim? That is a gift from the heavens. And you never know, it could have been sent down from the seventh. Assalamu alaikum. May God's peace be upon you. May the nur of a nur shine down on you. May the angels twirl around you. If you knew, it would astound you what is packaged in this peace. This greeting that you give me, it sets the borders free. And I don't know about you, but the world outside does not scream peace. And yet the barakah of our greeting can turn the usra into ease. You would not believe me if I told you assalamu alaikum could save a life. You would not believe me if I told you it could ease a Muslim strife, but sometimes it's a salam in the streets to remind you that you are not alone. And sometimes it's a salam to someone in need to remind you your mouth is a home. It is a sign of the end times when we pretend not to know one another. Like a family full of strangers, no sense of sister or brother, but the ummah shares vocabulary to carry each other's sorrows, to ensure Allah's blessings are all widespread, to ensure people spread peace tomorrow. So let's turn our mouths into gardens, orchards full of trees from which we give to our ummah. All this in the salamu alaikum that you are about to give me. Salamu alaikum, everyone. Let's call that level 1. I want to raise it up a notch. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Yo, that was good. Can we go one more? Let them hear us in Canada. Let them hear us across the ocean. Salamu alaikum, everyone. Now that's more like it. I hope they could hear it in the heavens, Ya Rab. My name is Amal, and my name means hope in Arabic. I am so grateful to be here with you all today. I am a Syrian-American spoken word poet. My dad's an Arab, my mother is a convert, and I was born in Colorado. I come from two worlds. I'd like to give a special shout out to Muslim youth for positive impact. My home, my people, where we are changing the world through the youth. They are my passion, and I know what it's like to grow up in this country. It's not always easy even to answer a simple question like, where are you from? When they ask me where I'm from, I must explain the edge effect. See, I'm from neither here nor there, neither east nor west. My dad is from the Middle East, my mother's from the Midwest, and I was born where the Great Plains meet the Rocky Mountains, where plates collide. Continental convergence here at the Continental Divide. My identity can't be cut up. No Sykes-Picot, no barbed wire fence, no make it make sense. My identity drips like Iowa peaches down your elbows. It stains your lips like Setba pomegranates. Look at this spread. I am pistachios on top of apple pies. My body is made of two types of blood, German and Syrian. Rhine River and Nahr al-Furat, I am split tongue. Sod, Dad, Ain, Ghain on one side and Makshnel on the other. My mama fed me meatloaf with a side of fattoush. She wrapped peanut butter and jelly in sage. Some days, it was just salt and pepper. But some days, it was cardamom, caraway, cumin, and coriander. My world was a colorful spice rack. Before bed, Mama would sing us nursery rhymes and recite Quranic verses. She would tell us stories of the founding fathers of the United States, and then the stories of Umar bin Khattab and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhuma. And this woman, who had an entirely distinct alphabet to her soup, would exchange her recipes across the ocean with my Arab grandmother. Two women, entirely different recipes in their blood, and yet they had the same libraries on their fingertips. But my mama, she had hair colored like corn, green eyes, the softest tongue, couldn't pronounce the asabi that was my father's language. And Tete didn't know a single European recipe. Her plump fingers perfected yabra, Arab-chested and hazel-eyed, 14 children, made her an expert in motherhood. When Mama and Tete spoke, they would use the braille of their palms to ask our foreheads if we were sick. They could tell how much we ate just by looking at us. And these women, with entirely different recipes in their blood, kept the same libraries on their fingertips. You see, I'm something like Pangea. Bones of Damascus steel sized to a German skeleton. Lisani ma bihtaj warning before switching from one lugha to another. My tongue can go from Colorado weather to Setba sunsets to Frankfurt after rainfall. And when I was born, I had no national anthem to my lips. I didn't know the words to Tahiyyat al-Alam or the Star-Spangled Banner. The only language that I spoke was whatever was in my mother's holy hands. And 7 years after my birth, the first time I went to Syria and met my Arab grandmother, I kid you not, it was like I was already familiar with these languages in her palms. And I think that's because I'm like rivers. Split tongue. Sod, Dad, Ain, Ghain on one side, Makshnel on the other. Yo, may Allah bless you all. I want to tell you, I have to say this. There is something profound right now that is happening in the world, and it's that people are listening. Look at the audience in front of us. There are more than 10,000 people seated, and they are listening. So what does that mean? Now, and this is especially to the youth, is the time to speak up. As Muslimin, we are constantly getting spoken over, spoken for, spoken instead of. And now, I believe that it is more important than ever to pick up a pen and write. I believe in journaling, and I say that because every day with every deed, we are writing our book of deeds on either shoulder. So if you don't write now, you will still face what you have written. But I urge you, if you have something to say, pick up your pen and write. Maybe you don't need a stage, but sometimes what matters is you know what you sound like on the inside. What I've often done in my journey to understand and to hear and to speak is to go to my Father. And sometimes it is our elders who have the answers, and oftentimes we need to listen to them. This is a poem for you, Baba. I asked my father once what language he dreams in, and he did not know the answer to this question. Baba has spent more of his life here in America than in his own motherland. A man who's mastered both languages, unsure of which he even dreams in. I remember the only time I saw my father stutter. It was in a crowded Costco parking lot, and he did not have enough stars or stripes in his mouth to whip up a response to the bigot who called him some nasty names. It's like my father did not have the tongue to respond. Imagine that. A man without a tongue. He was tripping over his own voice like it was a herd of wild horses he could not tame. This man, my Baba, speechless? He is the son of a poet. He is the child of a mother of 14. He is an Arab from Lughat al-Dals. He possesses letters you can't find in any other dialect on this planet. A man whose own sister was deaf that he helped to create her language. My father, who has made it a point to tell every single one of his jokes in 2 languages so that more of this world could laugh with him. And still, he did not have the tongue to respond to the bigot at the Costco. I ask my father what language he dreams in, and he does not know the answer to this question. Baba has spent more of his life here in America than in his motherland, having mastered both, not sure of which he dreams in, and that's because he dreams in both. My father is an immigrant restaurateur. He couldn't pick one country, so he put Syria into restaurants on American soil and had a bilingual menu. This man loved the expose of language. Baba knows his way around the mouth. He will crack burghul right on your molars and smuggle parsley into your smile so that every time he makes you laugh, he sees evidence of this American dream. The only explanation I have is maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that a man whose mouth is this full of miracles shouldn't even bother responding. May Allah bless our fathers and our mothers. And I'd like to make a point. When someone converts to Islam, in a lot of ways, they are an immigrant too. So may we all be on this journey. I want to share one last thing before we continue on to the show. I told you I'm from Denver, Colorado. We got a lot of Denver in the crowd. The most beautiful giant mountains. But there is an animal on this plains here that I learned about. They are the buffalo. Now there's something about the buffalo. They hate to get wet. They hate the rain. They hate the snow. They like it to be dry. So what does the buffalo do when he sees a rainstorm? What a wise animal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. When a buffalo sees the rainstorm coming, he knows that in order to escape it, he does not run away. He runs right into the storm. I don't know of an animal braver than the buffalo, but as I move into 2023, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes me as brave as that creature, because there are many storms for us to constantly face. But right now, we are moving into sunshine, everybody, and I would like to let you know that I'm going to be on stage with Preacher Mas for the rest of this night as one of your hosts. And I am so excited to introduce some of the youth talent that's coming up on stage right after this. As you know, show. When you registered for MAS-ICNA, there was a talent show that young people got to submit to. And from among the hundreds that submitted, we have 3 individuals here today to compete for your vote for the very first place of this MAS-ICNA talent show. There are going to be some QR codes on the screen, and 3 contestants. You are going to vote for your favorite contestant using the QR code. And I hope, as we move into this, you give your full attention to our very first contestant. We have 16-year-old from Tampa, Florida, Imran Rahman, who's going to sing some nasheeds. Give it up!
أنت نور الله فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء أنت في الوجدان حي أنت للعينين ضي أنت عند الحوض ري أنت هاد وصفي يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يرتوي بالحب قلبي حب خير رسل ربي من به أبصرت دربي يا شفيعي يا رسول الله أيها المختار فينا زادنا الحب حنينا جئتنا بالخير دينا يا ختام المرسلين يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام يا رسول سلام يا حبيب سلام صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام يا رسول سلام يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك.
I want to hear a warm round of applause for that young man, everybody. MashaAllah. Don't forget, scan the QR code. The more the merrier. Make sure you are voting. I'm so excited to introduce this next young woman. This is a sweet, gentle soul that I've had the privilege of knowing just since I've been backstage, who has come to you with an original piece. Her name is Sarah Maidan from Des Moines, Iowa, and she is going to bless the stage. I hope you give your full attention. Please give it up for the poet.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sarah Ahmedan, and the title of my poem is Rooted in His Love. I find myself longing for a connection, a relationship we never had, or maybe we had it, if only for a moment in prayer. Transcending my materialistic matters, lost in the calm silence, no longer drowning in thought, but rather immersed in meaning. Captivated by the beauty of peace, the trust, the truth, suspended in a religious high, you feel your nafs truly breathe for the first time in years, as if you'd held your breath since the moment of birth. Like you've been looking through a microscope at the simplest form of life, but in that moment, you see the bigger picture. You feel minor at the center of your destiny, like you're watching His wonders working. Minor in the grand scheme, you can feel the blessing of life. From that moment, you start to see possibilities in your reality, a life you could create, a life that fulfills you, your purpose and pride, a life worth living. You start to believe in this beauty, His beauty, the serenity of the sun and majestic moon, the views and natural wonders, the history of humanity and the mysteries of mankind. You have opened your eyes to the astonishment of creation, the mind, the family, the structures of society, the way a human develops, a mother's connection to the innocence of her newborn baby. We watch them walk in shallow waters and build in the currents of life. We see a nafs, a spirit, a soul emerge from conception, a creation only the Creator could have created. These are the unnoticed miracles of Allah, the things you'd taken for granted. You went down for a sajdah, not knowing you'd change your life, but this is only a glimpse, a spark to question, to create curiosity. From that, knowledge flows like the sea. You build that connection, and slowly it becomes stronger. It becomes a compass for life, leading to what comes after. What comes after? You have found your answer. Islam is the key to every question, and what's left disputed is to your faith in Allah, because Islam is not just halal and haram, right and wrong, not a list of commandments. Allah is the Creator. Islam is our connection. Our nafs needs to breathe the fresh air Islam breathes. It has seen the length of your lungs. Allah has touched the pit of your heart and seen every second of your story. So it's up to you to choose His mercy, His love. From this moment, the tears you've shed under your father's fig tree, those are the tears of the free, of a person who now understands His love and what it means to embrace it. From this love, your world will sprout. From that moment, you'll become the best version of yourself. As the Persian poet Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi once wrote, lose yourself. Lose yourself in this love. When you lose yourself in this love, you will find everything.
Keep it going, keep it going. Oh, y'all can do better than that. Keep it going. Right. We have our third contestant. This gentleman is a Nasheed. He hails from Dallas, Texas. I want you guys, brothers and sisters, show your love for Brother Adam Munshi.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Let's do this, inshallah. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سوى لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سواه ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب بالشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب بالشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا ربنا الهادي الودود فضله ملء الوجود عفوه خير وجود فارتجي دوما رضاه ربنا الهادي الودود فضله ملء الوجود عفوه خير وجود فضله ملء الوجود لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سواه جزاك الله خيرا.